Sweden has recently signaled a potential expansion of its defense cooperation with Ukraine by considering the sale of Saab Gripen fighter jets, a move that could significantly impact the future structure of Ukraine's air force. At the MSPO 2025 defense exhibition in Kielce, Swedish Defense Minister Pål Jonson stated that Stockholm remains open to supplying the Gripen platform to Ukraine, but emphasized that the most advanced Gripen E would only be available as part of a long-term effort following the conclusion of hostilities with Russia. This announcement comes as NATO and Western partners are already exploring strategies to rebuild Ukraine's air capabilities once the war ends, balancing immediate operational needs with long-term modernization plans. The Saab JAS-39 Gripen has established itself as one of Europe's most versatile multi-role fighters, evolving through successive versions into a platform capable of executing a wide range of missions under challenging conditions. The Gripen E, currently operated by Sweden and Brazil, incorporates a series of advanced systems that distinguish it from earlier models. Its General Electric F414G turbofan engine delivers 22,000 pounds of thrust, allowing the aircraft to reach speeds of Mach 2 and operate at altitudes up to 16,000 meters. The Gripen E's combat radius exceeds 1,500 kilometers, and with external fuel tanks, it can achieve ferry ranges exceeding 4,000 kilometers, offering exceptional reach for both defensive and offensive operations. The aircraft is equipped with the Leonardo ES-05 Raven AESA radar with a swashplate antenna, which provides a 200-degree field of view, complemented by the Skyward G infrared search and track system for passive detection of enemy aircraft. These capabilities make it a formidable tool for both air superiority and precision strike missions, while its open architecture avionics allow rapid software upgrades and integration of new weapons as operational needs evolve. The Gripen E is also fitted with a sophisticated electronic warfare suite, including digital radio frequency memory-based jamming systems and towed decoys, significantly enhancing survivability against modern surface-to-air missile threats. Its weapons integration covers a broad spectrum of NATO-compatible systems, from long-range Meteor air-to-air missiles to short-range IRIS-T and AIM-9X missiles. In addition, the aircraft can deploy a variety of precision-guided munitions for ground attack, including the GBU-39 small-diameter bomb and the Taurus KEPD-350 cruise missile. For close-range engagements, the Gripen E retains the Mauser BK 27mm cannon, maintaining versatility in both aerial combat and ground support roles. For near-term deployment, the Gripen C/D variant offers a highly capable alternative for Ukraine. Despite being an older generation aircraft, the C/D remains operationally relevant, with its Volvo RM12 engine producing 18,100 pounds of thrust and enabling Mach 2 speeds. Its combat radius of approximately 800 kilometers allows for significant operational flexibility, and its PS-05 radar, based on the British Blue Vixen design, provides look-down/shoot-down functionality and multi-target tracking. Like the Gripen E, the C/D variant is fully compatible with NATO weapons and systems, capable of deploying Meteor and AMRAAM missiles as well as laser-guided bombs. One of its most critical advantages is its ability to operate from austere airstrips as short as 800 meters, a feature that is particularly valuable in Ukraine, where runway infrastructure may be vulnerable to Russian attacks. The potential introduction of Gripen fighters into Ukraine's air force offers several immediate and long-term benefits. The C/D variant could enhance Ukraine's air defense and strike capacity in the near future, providing a low-cost, high-efficiency platform capable of high sortie generation. Operating costs for the C/D are estimated at around $4,700 per flight hour, significantly lower than the $20,000 or more required for an F-16, enabling sustained operations even under resource constraints. The Gripen's modern data link systems, including Link 16 compatibility, would allow integration with NATO allies, ensuring seamless coordination in coalition operations. Its electronic warfare capabilities could help offset the dense Russian air defense network, while its rapid turnaround time, rearming and refueling in under 10 minutes with a small ground crew, enhances survivability and operational continuity. The long-term deployment of the Gripen E represents a strategic path toward fully modernizing Ukraine's air force to NATO standards. This variant would provide advanced situational awareness, long-range precision strike capabilities, and an open architecture for future upgrades. However, Sweden has emphasized that any delivery of the Gripen E would be contingent upon the end of hostilities, reflecting both caution and a desire to avoid escalation. Meanwhile, NATO allies have suggested a staged approach for integrating Gripens, taking into account the need to balance pilot training, operational tempo, and the introduction of other aircraft, such as F-16s, already in the pipeline for Ukrainian forces. Sweden's decision reflects a broader regional defense posture that extends beyond Ukraine. At MSPO 2025, Sweden highlighted expanding cooperation with Poland through a letter of intent for defense industrial collaboration, including Saab's bid to supply A-26 submarines under Poland's Orca program. Additionally, new partnerships between Saab, PGZ, and WB Group are being developed in areas ranging from unmanned systems to naval technologies, demonstrating Sweden's commitment to strengthening security ties in Eastern Europe. By offering Gripen fighters to Ukraine, Sweden positions itself not only as a provider of critical defense capabilities but also as a partner in the long-term regional security architecture. From a strategic perspective, the Gripen's ability to operate from dispersed locations, maintain high sortie rates, and integrate with NATO systems provides Ukraine with an opportunity to rebuild a resilient air force. The aircraft's combination of low operating costs, advanced electronic warfare, and weapons flexibility allows for both defensive and offensive operations under challenging circumstances. Moreover, by deploying the C/D variant initially, Ukraine could quickly reinforce its air defense while preparing for eventual transition to the more capable Gripen E. This approach balances operational immediacy with long-term modernization goals, ensuring that Ukraine can maintain air sovereignty in the face of evolving threats. Politically, the decision to supply Gripen jets involves careful coordination with NATO allies and consideration of timing. Delivering older C/D models could address urgent defense needs without overburdening pilots or training infrastructure, while the advanced Gripen E would be part of a structured post-war rebuilding effort. Sweden's cautious yet proactive stance reflects both its commitment to regional security and an understanding of the complex dynamics surrounding Ukraine's ongoing conflict with Russia. The staged introduction of Gripens also underscores the importance of integrating new capabilities in a sustainable manner, avoiding the pitfalls of rushing advanced systems into operational use without adequate training and support. The Gripen program, therefore, represents more than just a transfer of aircraft, it is a strategic instrument for shaping the future of Ukraine's air power. The C/D variant can immediately improve air defense and operational flexibility, while the Gripen E lays the foundation for a modern, NATO-compatible force capable of high-intensity operations. By leveraging Sweden's expertise and the Gripen's capabilities, Ukraine could achieve a balanced air force capable of responding to current threats while positioning itself for post-war recovery and long-term regional stability. In conclusion, Sweden's consideration of Gripen fighter jets for Ukraine embodies a blend of immediate support and forward-looking strategy. The C/D variant offers a practical solution for near-term operational needs, providing dispersed basing, cost-efficient operations, and integration with NATO systems. The Gripen E, meanwhile, represents the ultimate goal of a fully modernized, interoperable air force, ready to operate in a post-war European security landscape. Sweden's cautious approach, combined with ongoing collaboration with NATO allies and regional partners, highlights a deliberate and strategic effort to ensure that Ukraine can rebuild its air capabilities sustainably. This dual-path approach, balancing urgency with long-term modernization, positions the Gripen as a cornerstone of Ukraine's future air power, while also reinforcing Sweden's role as a key defense partner in Eastern Europe.